Good morning to Madam Cynthia. Today, our group will be presenting about codes of ethics for online teaching handbook. I'll be talking about a little bit of the introduction. So, first of all, what is online teaching? Online teaching is basically a process of educating through online platform instead of teaching physically. So basically, um, educators in this modern era, they need to improvise their teaching method. They need to improve their teaching method into this online teaching. So, and educators need to follow the flow of era in which the teaching method needs to be improvised as well. Um, so, in this text, you basically, as an educator, you need to get used to technologies such as laptop, MacBook, tab, iPad, and so on. Um, And the online teaching is the new way of teaching in this world now, especially with students nowadays, as they are an expert when it comes to technology. So as the generation goes to generation, the mind of a student have been advanced. So we as an educator, we also need to be advanced. We have to be in the flow of the era, okay? And we will also have to keep exploring the internet as it is a vast space to serve and to gain more knowledge so we can fit into the modern era of teaching. That is all from me. Thank you.
Good morning to Madam Cynthia and fellow friends. My name is DELIP anak lelaki Arti Singh, and I'm going to talk about two codes of ethics for online teaching. The first one is transparency and communication. The first point is clear and understandable material. A teacher should always provide a clear, organized, and accessible course materials to their students. This enables the students to easily find the course materials when needed during the class and after the online class to avoid confusion and misunderstandings regarding the coursework. Second point is effective communication. A teacher should always create an environment where students feel comfortable asking questions, seeking clarification, and sharing their concerns. Besides that, teachers should always be able to give students feedbacks and supports needed in order for them to understand what is taught in the class better. The third point for this code of ethics is clear objective. A teacher should always communicate and explain the course objective clearly to the students at the beginning of every course. This enables the students to understand what they should achieve by the end of the course and provide them with a sense of purpose. The second code of ethics is respect for learners. The first point is respect and fairness. A teacher should always treat every student as an individual with unique perspective and experience with respect. Besides that, making sure every student have the equal opportunities to learn and succeed is a very important task for every teacher without bias in any terms. This enables the students to feel respected and have the equal chances to learn or voice out when needed. The second point is diversity learning. Teachers always know should always know their students have different types of learning style, background, and ability. Hence, it is important to provide the students with the right teaching method for the students to learn better and presenting proper contents to avoid being disrespectful toward the student's background or religion. Lastly, confidentiality. Teachers should always respect their students by keeping the information and grades confidential. Not every student can accept their grades being told out as it would affect their self-esteem. That's all from me. Thank you, madam. I'll pass to the next presenter.
Hi, my name is Wong, and today I will be explaining about the codes of ethics that I have chosen. First off is professionalism. When interacting with your students online, you should have a high standard of interaction. One should deter from using slang with their students as well as maintaining a certain level of professionalism in online interactions with their students. Besides that, when owning a public social media account, all content that the teacher posts should be family friendly with appropriate language to maintain a good image as well as being a good example to your students. Besides that, a teacher should always be on time for online sessions as to not delay the class, as a teacher being late may influence the students to do the same as well. This will also result in a huge delay before the class starts, which will waste a lot of everyone's time. Next, a teacher should avoid unprofessionalism. What this means is that although it is good to be close to your students, it is considered unprofessional to chat with them like a friend or like a colleague instead of your student, as you are in a position higher than them. Next, I will be explaining about academic integrity. What I mean by this is that teachers should teach students integrity in moral lessons, as well as mandating punishments towards students who cheat. This would deter the students from feeling the want to cheat on their exam. Besides that, because of peer pressure, and as well as a lot of as well as a lot of indirect pressure from several sources such as teachers, parents, and friends, students tend to turn to cheating more often to avoid punishment that will be caused by these bad results. As a teacher, it is important that you do not add to this pressure. Instead, you can just gently encourage them to do better next time. Besides that, teachers can mention the negative effects of using AI in their coursework, as well as carrying out punishments to students who plagiarize, copy, or cheat on their exams or their assignments. It is important that in this day and age, when AI is trending, for teachers to explain the negative effects of using AI in their own work. And that is all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is NURAL. Okay, as you can see, there is responsibility. In responsibility, we have inclusive environment. Okay, in inclusive environment, a teacher should create a safe and inclusive learning environment where all the students feel respected, valued, and supported from any hostile environment in the classroom. In quality education, a teacher should encourage positive relationship among students by promoting kindness, empathy, and respect. It develops positive and professional relationship with your student. Okay, assessing student progress, a teacher should design and administer assessment, analyze student performance, and use assessment data to inform instruction. Teachers should also provide timely and constructive feedback to help students understand their strengths. Okay, here is continuous learning. Okay, in continuous learning, we have personal learning network, which is a teacher should build a network of students that can support a constant learning journey. It also can connect with mentors, educators, and professionals. Secondly, reflection and assessment and self-assessment. A teacher should teach students the importance of reflection and self-assessment in the learning progress. It can provide opportunities for them to reflect on their mistake and improve from it. In digital literacy, a teacher should teach the student how to be more effective in using digital tools for learning. It can help them develop skills and in online research, digital communication, and so on. Okay, thank you.
Okay, for my part is mental health and well-being. There are 3 points, which is awareness, resources and support, and qualified support. For the first point, which is teacher must be aware of the potential stress and mental health challenge that student may face in online learning environment. For the second point is resources and support, which is G, which is teachers should provide resources regarding mental health and supports for students to maintain their well-being by not pressuring the students to do any work. So, third one, which is qualified support, a teacher, a teacher should create support groups for students. For example, this group may be facilitated by each counselor, a community mental health with partner or other qualified mental health professionals. Next, for the informed concerns, there are 3 points also, which is safety concerns, activity concerns, and community concerns. For the first point, which is teacher ensure that students are informed about any technologies, which is like tools, or platforms used in the course that might be impact their privacy or data security. And the second point is activity concerns. Teachers should ensure that students are informed about any technologies, which is like tools or platforms used in the course that might be impact their privacy or data security. And the third point, which is communicating concerns, teachers should check their communication frequently and submit all the assignments on time, and do some discuss any concerns and do some any question with their instructor. That's all for me.
Assalamualaikum and a very good day to Madam Cynthia and the rest of the class. My name is Muhammad SAIFUL HAKIMI bin HARUN, and I will be explaining on the ninth Code of Ethics, which is Organization and Planning. Now, Organization and Planning is a code of ethics that falls upon the teachers, not the students. Let's get into the first point, appropriate channels. We believe that in online learning and teaching, teachers should prepare beforehand a proper communication and documentation channel. Now, with a communication channel, teachers can communicate with their students, and a proper documentation channel will ensure that the students will be able to submit the activities, discussions, and assignments that are assigned to them without any hassle. Now, number two, ensure participation. Teachers should prepare beforehand to strategies to ensure that every students in the classrooms participate in every activities that is being conducted. This is to ensure that all the students are present and that no one is left behind. Number three, detailed compilation. In online learning and teaching, we believe that teachers should prepare a dedicated folder for every subject classes that is required for them to teach, so that they may review the work that is done by the students without any issues that might occur. And now, let's get into the 10th and last Code of Ethics, which is tolerance and encouragement. This Code of Ethics falls upon the teachers as well. It is a set of skills that requires teachers to be tolerable and encouraging to their students. Now, for the first point, understanding of students, we all understand that in online teaching and learning, everyone have their own learning condition. So in this case, teachers must prepare alternatives to assist students who are having difficulties in their own environment. And then for the second point, which is energetic classroom, we all understand that due to learning on your own virtually, the environment in the classes can be dull and boring. Therefore, teachers should create energizers that can excite the students and increase their interests, such as mini games that are related to the topic that is being taught, something like Kahoot or Quizlet, or maybe an interactive break within sessions in the classes. And then for the last one, which is foster collaboration. Now, we believe that students can interact between themselves to increase efficiency and participation in the classroom. By doing this, teachers can strive to stimulate the minds of their students. Also, we can look up to the bright and active students to encourage their friends, the classmates, to be more active in the classrooms. That's all for me. Thank you very much and have a good day.